Hi, and welcome to JMath Tech. In this video, we're going to talk about ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT is a new natural language processing tool developed by OpenAI. So first, we need to understand what natural language processing is, or natural language processing. NLP is basically a subfield of artificial intelligence that's focused on enabling computers to understand, interpret, and generate human language. Simply put. Now you probably want to ask, what is ChatGPT? Now ChatGPT is a variant of a popular GPT-3 language model, specifically designed for a chatbot application. It basically uses machine learning to generate human-like responses, and basically to add user input and then make it a powerful tool for conversational AI creations. So what I have here is ChatGPT, and you can actually go to the website openai.com/blog/ChatGPT and click on try ChatGPT down here, and then you'll end up at ChatGPT. Now you can pretty much add in what type of topics that you want, such as like YouTube topics. For the most part, I wouldn't really use this for student purposes, student teacher purposes, if you know, or academia, because if you get caught with this, then you're probably going to get expelled from school or just have a disciplinary action towards your school or university. So I would strongly advise you to avoid using this for academic purposes or just for paraphrasing your work. Now, it is good for if you've already basically. Now, what it is good for is checking your work to make sure that it's kind of like Grammarly. Grammarly is another tool that you can use to check your work. And it's more like a personal dictionary, et cetera, et cetera. And it basically checks all your work using the AI program. So that's basically what this is. It can do that, but it can give you some suggestion on what you need to fix and what you shouldn't fix and whatnot. So that's basically what the program provides. Now, what I've used this for was to check my resume, and basically what it came back was, let me scroll down here. So here's my resume. I just copied and pasted my resume, and then it basically provided me with a insight on what I should and shouldn't work on, or what I should work on. It says, based on your experience and education, it looks like you have a strong foundation in computer literacy, web development, and digital marketing. Go figure. You have practical experience working with a variety of web application languages. You have a solid understanding of data structures and algorithms. Okay. Your experience as a delivery driver and cashier has also developed your communication and customer service skills, as well as your ability to adapt to new environments and solve problems on the fly. Yeah, I've done that quite a bit of times. These skills will be valuable in any technical role you pursue. In addition, your bachelor's degree in business administration indicates that you have a broad understanding of business concepts and practices, which could be useful in a tech-related role that involves project management or business development. Overall, it looks like you have skills and experience needed to succeed in a technical career. Awesome. So that's pretty much where I'm going at anyway. And you can actually use this to check your resume. I don't feel bad for resume writers on this. I don't think those jobs are going to go away because of this. AI still needs to learn. That's the thing about machine learning. It needs to learn how to respond to different user input. And that's why I said beforehand, the user input is probably very valuable, more so than the actual AI model or the data model, the data structure. Because the data structure and the algorithm is basically setting those things in order based on user input. So the more user input that's being thrown in there, the better. Now, I will say that, let me scroll up here. For, let's say, if you run out of ideas for a song or YouTube content, this is probably the best place to go. And I've actually found some tech video ideas for my YouTube channel. I'm probably not going to be using so much of them, but they're pretty good analysis on what I can use for the YouTube channel. Top 10 tech gadgets of the year, might do that. I might show you some tech gadgets that I actually recommend from different sources. Tech tips and tricks, which I'm pretty much doing anyway. Tech products, unboxing and reviews. I really don't like to do unboxing and review products, but I might do some. I've actually just got a universal phone mount that's wireless charging. So actually, you can see it right here, and it's actually it's not that bad. It's like a 3-in-1 type of thing, but yeah. But anyway, tech how-to guides, tech industry news and analysts. I don't think I'll be doing that either, but in the near future, this will be very helpful, especially if you have writer's block, if you have content creation block, even songwriting. Let me do a new chat. So, like, let's say if you want to write a song and you have no clue whatsoever on what type of song that you want to do. So you would type in, write a hip hop song about butter and toast. And then boom, it will write a verse, chorus. I mean, it just writes out a generic song about butter and toast. And let's see. I'm gonna wait for it to actually finish loading. So the first verse, it says, "I love butter on my toast. Spread it thick, no need to boast. Goes great with coffee, milk, and tea. Butter and toast, a perfect duo for me." Wow. And then the chorus just goes like, "Butter and toast is the most simple and oh so delicious. You'll be engrossed in the creamy golden goodness. Butter and toast, you can't resist this." Oh my god. I mean, it's so cheesy, but it's good if you're trying to write a song. You got to give it topics to talk about, basically. I wouldn't solely use this to make like some hit song. Like, you're not going to end up on a Billboard Hot 100s or anything like that, but this is interesting. I wouldn't even say it's good, but it's interesting. But yeah. So and then also, now as far as the academic part, now this is a paper that I actually wrote in college that I did on network security. So it's about network security and the challenges that cybersecurity professionals have with cyber attacks and things like that. So I basically went along and did all of this. Now it came up with the solution. Yeah, and there's my references that I've actually gotten all this from. And just to show you, let me see here. Yeah, so here's my actual paper. Just to show you that I was not, bragging and boasting about that whole thing. This is my actual college paper. I did not cheat on it whatsoever. This is an old college paper anyway. So going back to, And like I said, again, for students and you know, anybody that's in school right now, please don't cheat by using this thing. I encourage you not to. It just causes more problems, or it just causes more problems for you, and I don't want that for you. So, but yeah, it does say thank you for sharing your thoughts and actions on securing your home network and devices. Here's a few additional suggestions that might help you further improve your security for your home network. So basically, this was actually about how to. This whole article was about how to it was explaining the vulnerabilities of your home security. It was explaining and how to go about fixing those vulnerabilities. And so it gave me more suggestions on how to fix that. And what it gave me is number one, enable WPA2 encryption. The WPA2 encryption does actually help. That's like a stronger standard compared to WPA. And I can get more into that in another video. But enable what was it? Enable network isolation. Use strong and unique passwords for your router, of course. Number 4, keep your router firmware up to date, of course. You can always go and check your manufacturers for your router or your modem, and yeah, just download the latest firmware from there. Consider using a firewall, most definitely. Use a VPN. Gotta use a VPN. Even on your phone, try to use a VPN as much as possible. I use Google Fi. Google Fi is really good. It comes with a free VPN, and I also have another VPN to block out unwanted websites and things like that too. But more on that later. I can show you that in another video. If your phone carrier does come with a VPN, by all means use it. It definitely helps, and it encrypts your network security, your internet connection rather, and it adds that extra layer of security on top of your internet network. Enable two-factor authentication. So yeah, I mean, this thing overall, the ChatGPT gives great insight on what you should do for your paper. So it definitely helps. Would I replace it with Grammarly? You probably need Grammarly for punctuations and grammatical errors, because it actually works with Word, like Microsoft Word, and whatever word processor that you use. So it kind of works with that. Now, also from what I found with other YouTubers was this thing writes code. So what I basically did was typed in write an Instagram clone program in PHP code. And basically it provides me with how to set up the Instagram clone program, and it just basically gives you step by step at first on how to set up, but you can actually take these things, these steps, and then turn them into questions, or just and basically rewrite the thing, and then you would need to in this case it's basically setting up the MySQL part. So this is basically what I'm doing here, is setting up the database. But so now what you need to do to write the actual code, let me check number 3, because this one is saying to create the PHP code. So yeah, it does give you the actual test script. So yeah, you're actually setting up here the MySQL code for the database. Yeah, I pretty much learned all of this. Yeah, what I say it would. I don't think this is going to, eradicate all tech jobs or anything like that, but it just basically gives you the fundamentals. And if you don't know any of this stuff, then by all means learn the basics, and that's what you have a YouTuber like me for. But so yeah, you would do the next step. So I've already plugged this one in. Then the next step would be to create the database for your clone and design the necessary tables to store your user accounts, posts, and other data. But instead, I'm going to show you step 3, which is to create a PHP script to handle the user registration and login for your Instagram clone. So what it's going to do here, I'm gonna put this in, and what it's going to do here is actually write out the entire PHP script so that I don't have to do it. All right, here's an example of your PHP script. Boom, look at that. Now I could type all this out, but at the same time, it's like, okay, since you do have it, it's useful. It does the if statements. It does if the connection dies or it fails, it basically tells you, hey, it's going to fail. Now you can what you do have to change is the database credentials, because the host, the username, the password, and the database name will all be different on your MySQL database. All right, and then you would also have to change. Yeah, you have to change out some stuff. So like I said, if you don't know the code, if you don't know how to write or program coding and things like that, then like I said, if you don't know what to look for in this, because you still have to change out some of this stuff, and it has to match. It has to match. Like the username has to match down here, etc., etc. The query insert into users, it has to match down here, here, and here. So yeah, there's quite a bit of alterations that you probably have to do in order to actually use this and actually put it into use. But overall, ChatGPT, like I said, will it take over programming jobs? I don't think so, because even still, there's way more complex code that's needed for even senior developers, even junior developers. The senior developers can teach the junior developers, this stuff. And yeah, but I mean, just by looking at the code and everything, it looks clean, it looks good, and everything, and it's ready to go. It's just that the only thing is that you have to make some alterations according to your database and your code, and however you want to create your Instagram clone. So, but yeah, like I said, overall, this is really good. Now, and that's it for today's video, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to like and comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.